So guys, Nigerians have called out the governor of Plateau State for going to wine and dine with Tinubu in Lagos while mass burial was taking place in his home state. Honestly, it came as a shock to Nigerians that this governor, whose people experienced massacre on the eve of Christmas, went to Lagos to pay homage to the president, abandoning his people who were experiencing mass burial being held in the state. This is to show you the level of insensitivity in our leaders. He has equally gone ahead to say that the concert that was planned in the state is going to hold despite the massacre. I think the people of Plateau State are mourning, and this governor is supposed to be mourning with the people.
Taking reactions to the tragic incident that occurred in Plateau State. It was Black Christmas for many, as no fewer than 100 persons were killed by terrorists in fresh attacks on several communities in Bokos and Baki local government areas of the state. The tragic incident unfolded on Saturday, extending into Christmas Eve. Casting a shadow over the festive season, the terrorists burnt down houses in no fewer than 20 different communities, sparing no one, including babies, as the casualty count continues to rise, with security forces, local vigilantes and hunters recovering more bodies. The Plateau State Governor, Khaled Mutfwang, expressed dismay, describing the attack as unprovoked. He further appealed to those perpetrating the attacks to stop, as they have nothing to gain the attacks. But Dr. Abati, I believe I heard you earlier say that this has been going on for years, since 2009. I was having a conversation this weekend with my colleagues, and I talked about the fact that there is war in some parts of Nigeria, and I also raised the fact that there's been killings in Plateau State. We went back and forth to describe what war means. Let me just read it out. What war means: a state of armed conflict between different countries or different groups within a country. You use the term bandits, Dr. Abati. I want to use the term terrorists because this is what has been approved. These people are not bandits, they are terrorists. Let me take some tweets. This is from Pastor Okezie. When will there be lasting peace in Plateau State, Nigeria? Image 1. During President Olusegun Obasanjo's tenure, more than 200 innocent souls were massacred in a single night. Image 2. During late President Yar'Adua's tenure, more than 150 innocent souls were killed. Image 3. During President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's tenure, same senseless and barbaric killings in the same state. Image 4. Former President Muhammadu Buhari's tenure wasn't spared in the wanton and senseless massacre. It went further to write, Dear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the recent wanton killing of innocent souls shouldn't be swept under the carpet like in other presidents' tenure. Their Nigerian Army, DSS, police, Nigerian Air Force, your men should be up and doing to forestall a reoccurrence. This is from a concerned and patriotic Nigerian. Then let me take another tweet here. This person wrote, the federal government cannot help Plateau State Governor Khaled Mutfwang must know this and learn from Kaduna and Katsina states. With an improved revenue, I see no reason why he hasn't employed and armed at least 5,000 civilian Joint Task Force officers to curb this genocide. Ayo, this is almost what I want to describe it as, genocide, because this was a well-coordinated attack, and they chose Christmas Day. What is Christmas? What does Christmas mean to you? They are sending a clear signal. This, for me, again, I will reiterate, there is war in Plateau State.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You've said it, Oji, in terms of it can be seen as a cleansing or a killing of a particular group of people, which would then make it genocide. When we had the governor speak earlier, I'd asked him a number of questions because this is not the first time, and I'm glad that Pastor Okezie detailed over the years.
Yes.
In an earlier interview, the governor had actually said that if there was political will, then the situation in Plateau State would be contained. He actually said a lack of political will to deal with insecurity in Plateau State is what has caused it to continue. How can a state be plagued for years, across over about 23 years, over the years, and we're saying that are we saying that Plateau State, it is impossible to bring peace to Plateau State? He also mentioned the fact that one of the reasons this has continued to thrive is that there are no arrests. So the perpetrators, we just condemn the killings, we release a presidential statement. However, in defense of President Tinubu, let me give him the benefit of the doubt, because he's just come into power. The others had spent 8 years in office and not been able to control the situation in Plateau State. He has said as part of his 8-point agenda that he was going to deal decisively with the issue of insecurity. Unfortunately, in Jigawa State, there were also issues beyond Plateau State. But Plateau State has been a hotbed of farmer-herder clashes, ethno-religious clashes. So there has to be a solution to this. Also, I cannot absolve the governor, even though I had said earlier on that, well, because security is the federal government's responsibility. However, when it comes to non-kinetic response, that's where the governor comes in. And then, like the Pastor Okeze had mentioned, we can borrow from the likes of, not just, even in Benue State, where the governor sees that my people are dying, I have to take responsibility. I cannot just come and be offering condolences and commiserations as the first citizen of the state. So what am I doing to engage the citizens themselves?
So here are some of the tweets from President Tinubu back then in 2014 against President Jonathan. He said, Nigeria's security outlook is depressing. The unending attacks suggest a failure of intelligence. Government must rethink its strategy now. That was him tweeting against President Jonathan. As a country, we are united in grief over the Nyanya attacks, but as a people, we must rise to demand this government provides better security. And he went further to say again in 2014 that on matters of security, the buck stops at the table. On matters of security, the buck stops at the president's table. Like in other countries, Jonathan is the chief security officer. Stop Boko Haram. That is him in 2014. My heart bleeds for our people and the country over the deaths of Yan. A government unable to protect its citizens deserves to be queried. So, and now it's happening under him. Nobody is querying him. That is it. As in, people are not speaking up. The APC chieftains, they are not saying anything. They are in Lagos to wine and dine with Tinubu, while the people of Plateau State are sorrowing. I mean, they are mourning, they are sorrowing, and it's not as if this is the first time this has been occurring and reoccurring, and there is no political will to bring this to a stop. And that is why we must ask this government to do the needful. They grab power, they snatch power, they ran with it, and now they don't know what to do with the power. They should better provide Nigerians security, because we deserve being secured, and we all know it is the responsibility of the government to give us that protection. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and let me know your thoughts. Thank you.